Strategies are more important than weapons, so it is better to gain the hearts of the enemies. After a year of conflict between Russia and Ukraine, Ukraine has so far refused to resume negotiations with Russia. Zelensky emphasized that only if Russia returns the newly annexed Ukrainian regions and returns Crimea to Ukraine can negotiations be resumed. However, the Russian side told Zelensky with practical actions, this is impossible. On March 10th, local time, Zelensky's property in Crimea was confiscated by Russia and will be provided to low-income or multi-population families. Zelensky's real estate in Crimea is next to the sea. He and his wife bought this Seaview villa for nearly $800,000 in 2013. Considering that Ukraine's per capita GDP is less than $4,000, this is already a very expensive price. Unexpectedly, only 1 year after the purchase of the house, the Crimean crisis occurred. Russia incorporated the Crimean Peninsula into its territory and had actual control over it. However, this Seaview house still belongs to Zelensky, who occasionally travels to Crimea to live for a while. But with the outbreak of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, everything changed. In April last year, Zelensky signed a presidential decree allowing the compulsory confiscation of assets of Russian citizens in Ukraine. So far, the total value of the assets of Russian citizens seized by the Ukrainian authorities has reached billions of dollars. In response, Russia's Crimean authorities subsequently passed a bill allowing the assets of anti-Russian personnel to be nationalized. Among them is Zelensky's Seaview house. The incident reflected a further breakdown in Russia-Ukraine relations. In November last year, Zelensky was asked what is the first thing he wants to do after victory in an exclusive interview. He smiled and replied that he wanted to go to Crimea to see the sea. However, his wish may never come true. If there is still room for negotiation in the 4 Ukrainian regions that have newly entered Russia, then Russia will never make concessions on the issue of the ownership of Crimea. The strategic significance of the Crimea Peninsula to Russia cannot be replaced. As we all know, although Russia has a large land area, the only thing it lacks is an outlet to the sea. After controlling the Crimea Peninsula, the Sea of Azov has almost become Russia's inland sea, and the Russian Black Sea Fleet can freely enter and exit the Sea of Azov and the Black Sea. Therefore, the ownership of Crimea is not a negotiable issue, which is likely to be Putin's bottom line. Returning Crimea to Ukraine would be a colossal defeat for Putin himself and Russia.